the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is January 30th, 2024. It is 1:50 a.m. It took me an hour to create a list for you, but the majority of the things that I was seeing was about Kate and stuff like that. I put them on a list, but I don't think I'm gonna record them. There they are here. I don't know how many tweets that I have on that. And there's some videos. These 3 videos, they're pretty good. It's from Spare interviews that Harry gave for Spare, so these are pretty good. But that made somewhat of a reference to some things that's happening now. Actually, I think that's why I put them on the list. But this list here is for APU Team Sussex. But I don't think I'm going to record them because the majority of the things that I find is regarding Kate, the hospital. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So I have here about, I'm telling you, the squad are talking. The squad are talking. I come across about 21 tweets. One of them is politics. I would like to share with you at the end. And some really good tweets regarding Harry, lighthearted things that prove his things, his compassion, his work, and things like that. And I think I'm gonna tackle the part regarding the African parks because I am not seeing much about it. It was one video that I came across about a day or so ago. Okay, the video shows, I don't even see it online anymore. It shows, Precioso with Harry that was regarding Santa Bali. Completely different organization. Okay? And then when I read the caption, it was making reference about the incident that happened to African parks. So I'm like, what's going on here? Why are they using images from Santa Bali and then talking about African parks? Because there are a lot of images. They may not have videos, but at least pictures of African parks and things that Harry have done. So why are they not using it? So I brushed it aside. I never showed it. And then maybe could have been the same day or a day later, I came across Warrior Soda's tweet that put a statement from the African parks, and I shared it on my community board, and I said it was supposed to be on the, how do you call this, on the charity channel, but since I don't have that many people subscribed to that channel, I put it on, I believe it was PYTE, and then I don't know if I put it on Team Sussex. These are the two big channels that I have more subscribers, but I think I put it on PYTE. And I told you guys it should have been on the charity channel, but since I want more people to see what's going on, so I put the statement that was put out from African Parks regarding the incident. And then I didn't come across anything after that. Okay? And then I had to type African Parks to see what come out. And I came across this tweet here, the second tweet here, that says African Park here. That's my note to say it's about African Parks, and that's that. And I will I will read what was said in that tweet, and then first I will read the statement about African Park. Okay, so I will tackle this today in this video. There's a possibility the recording might be 2 parts. One part which about an hour, and the next part will be whatever left. But I'm gonna keep on recording. So I have a total, I believe, 21 tweets. When I counted 21 tweets, I don't know if I added more. So it took me a while because I was seeing all of these at first. So it took me a while to come with these because I was seeing more tweets about the Kate thing not coming out of the hospital. Charles came out of the hospital and stuff like that. I said what I need to say on Team Sussex. I share it just in case if it is true. Okay, just in case if it is true, I put my sentiment about it, and if they're lying, hey, should I say full on me because the squad are not buying it, but I step away from how the squad felt about the whole situation. But just in case if it is true, but I'm not gonna put my whole entire feeling behind their BS, but just in case if it's true, at least I could say this is my concern during that time. So that's that. Okay, so we will focus on this channel, and by the way, it is now monetized. Hey! knows how long I'm gonna stay on the monetization program. But I don't let it deter me. I will still share what I feel. Now that I know they don't want to talk about the Middle East, and I'm sorry about that, because this is very concerning. I should be talking about it because there are lives, innocent lives at loss, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Let me not go too deep on it now. All right, so let's look at the numbers. Feel free to skip now. Okay, 3,667 subscribers. My estimate revenue right now is 0. Starting from scratch. I wanted to put a video out to celebrate it, but I started it, but I didn't finish it. Okay, so let's look at the analytic. One of the things that I share with you before this channel was back in the monetization program, I was getting thousands of views. Okay, keep that in mind. Let me show you some of the contents here. I was getting that, like for instance this one, 5,000 plus views, 2,000 views, 3,000 views. This, and there's 7,000. That was my biggest ever. 7,000 views. I don't even have 7,000 subscribers. And the latest that I had today is 1,000 plus views. Okay, one of the things that I said to keep in mind as I share these moving forward now while I'm in the monetization program, let's see if I'll be getting these views, because as of now it's going down already. Okay, so that's that. Analytic, there it is here. In the last 48 hours I had 5,141 views, and the subscription remained the same, and I've had 213 plus subscribers. Okay, some of them are derangers. I've seen some of their comments. I've blocked some of their comments. Okay, so if you're not about the Sussexes, I don't expect you to agree with everything that I said, but a reasonable conversation, I don't mind, even if you disagree with me. All right, sometimes you make me see a different point of view, so I'm okay with all of that if you disagree with me. But it's when I'm hearing the hate, the nonsense out of nowhere, then I block you. You're not here for a decent conversation. So with that being said, let's go on Twitter, and I'm gonna tackle my first. This tweet is part of the African parks that I came across. I put it on the list, so let's tackle. I arranged the list pretty, I think pretty decent, so let's follow the list. Okay, so there's this here. But then why are you asking Harry to come visit? Okay, and I believe this is the only one that I have regarding the Kate thing. There's no comment here from the squad here, but it made a reference to why are they asking Harry and Meghan to come to the UK, because of the nonsense, whatever is going on in the UK. And one thing to keep in mind, I believe is on this channel, I have a video where I call it has been done before. This is the play game here. I just thought of that now. I didn't mention it on Team Sussex on my community, but they're probably trying to get Harry to be somewhat concerned to go over there and see what's going on. I don't know what it is that's in their mind to think this way, or just me putting my humble opinion out there. But one thing for sure, they want Harry's body in the UK. All right, because there are a lot of lawsuits that Harry is suing the papers, and we already know the deal the brother had already made with the paper. So he's trying all of his tactic to get Harry concerned to be over there. For whatever reason, I don't know. But whenever they want him to be over there, or whatever stupidity they think of, they have the paper to write their nonsense. But whatever nonsense they pull regarding Kate being at the hospital and all this BS, okay, Camilla called them out. Okay, I did put my concern, I mentioned it already at the beginning of this video, but Camilla called them out. All right, so their BS, the squad saw it, but due to my little concern, I put my opinion out there if it is true. But the main thing I believe they're trying to do is to get Harry in the UK. Once they get Harry in the UK, they have full control of his body. But if it is outside of the UK, it's Meghan. Meghan is the next person, his wife. Okay, so keep that in mind. Who knows what he has planned for them, but they call wolf too many times, so Harry and Meghan know, not Meghan, but mostly Harry. He knows their tactic. But one thing Harry should keep in mind, okay, never let his guard down whenever he's in the UK, because these people, they will never forget, they will never leave him alone. Okay, so watch the video. It has been done before. All right. Okay, so let's get started. But then why are they asking Harry to come visit? All right, so there's no comment, so let's go into that so I could see the video slightly bigger. And by the way, on my when I resubmit my application, I had to make a video to explain about what my channel is all about. Okay, so let me show you the video that I'm talking about. All right, this one. Okay, PYTE appeal video, January 27, 2024. All right, so that's that video. It's supposed to be about 5 minutes, but I took about 3 minutes to make it. 3 minutes long. So I explain what my channel is all about, so they have to watch it and see if it fits to what I'm saying. So one of the things that I said in that video, the appeal video, is that sometimes, because YouTube does not want people to use other people's content. Okay, like for instance, this video that I'm about to show you. So I explained to them what my channel is all about. I talk about Harry and Meghan, and sometimes I use other video clips, let me pause this, to back up my claims. So when something is said, I review the video, I give my opinion about it, and sometimes I use other clips to back up my claims. So that was one of the things that I explained to them, because I told you I always have issues with videos that I use. So one of the things with the appeal, I explained that. Okay, so that's that. Let's listen to it. Okay, I see you, Jabbas. It is unusual for royals to visit so often, but that's the nature of their relationship. Okay, 35 seconds. When was that? January 28th. Oh, 2 days ago. All right, let's listen.
And just quickly on Queen Camilla, she's been a consistent presence at the hospital, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's quite unusual. I mean, usually when, if you remember the Queen and Prince Philip, when they had their spells in hospital, the Queen never really used to go to see Prince Philip in hospital. I don't think he wanted any visitors much, really. So it is interesting in the way that she's gone there a couple of times a day, actually, just to check up on the King. But that's the nature of their relationship.
Our royal editor.
But Camilla is protecting her investment. That's all it is. But maybe whatever Charles went for, maybe it was real. But the other ones, I don't know what they're making up. But like I said at the beginning of this video, I share my sentiment about it. All right, so that's about it. And what is that here? All right, there's another video, 13 seconds. Okay, what is that? Oh, I muted. Who's that? Oh, Camilla. All right, so I'm done with that. She made sure to show her face. Camilla knows how to play that game. We gotta give her that pop-up, you know. Okay, so now different story. I'm already 11 minutes, 12 minutes into it. Okay, with the African pox. Like I said at the beginning, there were some stuff that I saw, I ignored it, and then later, a day later, I came across Royal Suitor, which she is decent. A squaddy, I believe. Let me not say she's a squaddy, because she's saying here she worked for Byline, freelance fighter, so I don't want to categorize her unless if she said so. But the squad follows her, and I've come across many of her articles and things that she writes, so it's reasonable. All right, so let's read this. African Pox responded to recently publicized allegation of human rights abuses against local people by eco guards under their employ in the Republic of Congo. They began an investigation last year, which the NGO that brought forward the accusation refuses to participate in. Okay, keep that in mind. The people who bring it up but refuse to participate in. All right, so that's very important. Statement from the board and CEO of African Pox regarding allegation of human rights abuses by rangers in Odzala, sorry if I pronounce some of the words, Kokiowa National Parks. Another thing to keep in mind, I think it was last month, December, Harry's position have elevated as part of a board member. Keep that in mind. Remember, everywhere Harry goes, anything positive that Harry is doing, for some reason, problem that was never there before. I don't know if before that, if this situation was going on, I do not know. Okay, these allegations regarding the national park is news to me. But many times I've seen the pattern of things anywhere or anyone or any businesses, organization that Harry or Meghan are trying to work with. Months later, there's always issues. Okay? That was never there before. So keep that in mind. All right? Let's continue. African Parks has a zero tolerance policy for any form of abuse and is committed to upholding the rights of local and indigenous people. Allegations of misconduct are thoroughly investigated and acted on, and all of our parks are managed with a central philosophy of awareness, sensitivity, and commitment to upholding the rights of local people. We are aware of the serious allegations regarding human rights abuses by eco guards against local people living adjacent to Odzala. Okay, there's the names again. I might have issues pronouncing them. Odzala Kokuowa National Park and the Republic of Congo, which have recently received media attention. We became aware of these allegations last year via a board member who received a letter from Survival International. Okay, this is news to me. I'm reading it for the first time, even though I shared it already. Once I read the caption and all of this, I said it's something for me to share with you. And especially when I saw the other video that I told you that I saw, but I brushed it off because the images were not matching with what was being said. Okay, we immediately launched an investigation through an external law firm based on the information we had available, while also urging Survival International Survival International to provide any and all facts they had. Unfortunately, there's the part here she highlighted. Unfortunate that they have chosen not to cooperate despite repeated requests. Okay? They bring the allegation, but they don't want to be part of it. So why, if you were so concerned about what was happening to the people? Okay, and we continue to ask for their assistance. This is an active, ongoing investigation that is our highest priority as an organization, and we encourage anyone with knowledge of any abuses to report them to us or to the Congolese law enforcement authorities, which will assist with the investigation and ensure that the perpetrators of any abuses are brought to justice. So the national park is not running away from it. Okay, so they brought the allegation, they are aware of it, so they're following through so they could take the proper steps. Okay, so this have already been very suspicious to me. If it is true, yes, the people needs to be brought to justice, whoever who's doing the abuses. All right, so now we are into some of the comments here. Okay, at Survival have not helped their own victims for a long time. Okay, so that's probably an article. I don't want to go into it. I'll click on it for the sake for you guys to go and check it if you are interested. I don't want to keep things away from you just because I don't want to read it and make a long video. You see, it's a long read. All right, so the link will be in the description if you want to check it out. All right, I know one is not allowed to lightly critiques Harry in this space, but the legacy of white supremacy and African conservationism is directly tied to his family's brutal history of colonialism and land theft. Harry would be wise to aggressively step up on this issue. I rest. Yes, I agree with that, and this is why I just read that the whatever they put out, they're following through. They're not running away from it. Okay. I'll go into that. Let me read some more and then move. They should sue for defamation. Leave them like this. All right. But they're still doing investigation. Remember, when you call people to court, this could easily turn around. This is why there is investigation. They do an investigation to get down to the bottom of it, to see who's behind it and who's doing the things, so they could act accordingly. But if they don't find anything, yes, because they're asking them for their assistance. They brought the issue up, and the park is asking them to assist us with what you know, but they don't want to participate. And then if they don't want to participate, and then they do their own investigation, the parks do their own investigation, they don't see anything, then now they have proof, they have document, they have their own track record showing that they follow through, they do their own investigation, they didn't see anything. Now they have something, physical evidence to bring to court and say, what do you know? Show us. I asked you to come and help us, but you didn't want to, but instead you're smearing us. Okay? So there are steps that needs to be taken, not quickly to sue like that. I think the park is doing it right, the right way, doing their own investigation. All right, so there's more here. Okay, yep, another distraction. Check out Stephen Curry's Seal post on this, and it will provide a little clarity on this particular smear campaign against Harry. That's exactly what I thought. It was because of Harry. And this is what I said at the beginning. Keep in mind, every organization, every businesses or any entities that Harry is doing business with, there's always some crazy thing that follow later, because they do not want Harry to succeed. Okay, so this is another thing I want to go to. All right, let's read bottom up. Okay, so there's some very good comment here. This might be a video by itself, maybe. So the investigation is ongoing. Why the focus on Harry exactly right now, when the palace royals are falling apart? Also, Daily Fail is reporting on this. Sounds sketchy. Okay, there's that. This is now published by the Daily Mail on its front page at the exact moment KP needs to cover a distraction from KP looming crisis featuring Prince of Wales. This story is merely a distraction. The heir needs the spare to create a don't look here, look over there moment. When will the British royal family stop? I didn't say that before, but that was my sentiment, seeing this story. And that's why I didn't bring that video up that I saw. I didn't share it with you because it felt sketchy to me. All right, not only the NGO refusing to participate in the investigation, they are here on X calling for Prince Harry's resignation. On what grounds? The timing and the fact that the Daily Mail, that the Daily Fail is headlining this isn't suspicious at all. The entire thing stinks like 2 weeks old Monsieur Wells. Alright, so let's read this. The African Parks, this organization for cooperation, and they refuse now. How is the African Parks meant to carry out a thorough investigation when they refuse to share the finding? Please read. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You can't just call them to court like that. The parks need to do its own investigation. All right, let's see here. This is part of the thing here. Okay, there's the name of the park and the Republic Congo, which have recently received media attention. We became aware of this allegation last year via a board member who received a letter from Survival International. We immediately launched our investigation through an external law firm based. Okay, so this looks like the thing that I just read. Okay, this active ongoing investigation. All right, you could pause and read to see if it matched what I was reading before. Okay, what is that? Regarding the claim that Survival International was not cooperating with the African Parks investigation. All right, so it's good that they make it. Oh, that's from the Guardian. Okay, so pretty much they just throw a squirrel out and say, go follow this. But the thing is that African Parks need to follow through. If they don't find anything, call them out, because all of a sudden all the media, this is the thing that they do. Okay, they have one of their minions throw the squirrel out, and then they have the rest of their minions to follow through. Okay, create the stories about them. What I mean by that is that they have one person go on social media, start the noise, whatever it may be. All right, create a noise about an issue, and then they have their friends, their buddies in the media who pick up on it and start spreading the news as if it was something brand new they don't know. But pretty much it's a group of people who put their heads together and then start making noise. One started it, and then another one pick it up, and then another one followed the other one, which is what was happening with the Kate thing. First it was, I believe, Spain. Somebody shared it, and I shared it with you, and I put my opinion in it. And then next thing I know, it's a Dutch or something like that. Dutch pick it up, and it's pretty much, they are global. These people, these haters, these minions, these royal rats, they are global. So it's probably the same group of people who's picking up on each other, all right, and create false stories. But the true things that's happening in the Middle East, all of this, they don't want to talk about it. And they have their people on YouTube to make sure the other people who's on the ground, who's showing those things, so people like me don't pick it up and talk about it. This is a huge problem we are having in our society right now. God, do your thing. This is a baggage for God. So this is, I think, what happened here with that story with the pox. All right, so let's leave this alone. I did say I was gonna go. Which one did I say I was gonna go? I think it was this one. Okay, I know one about the Harry's family and stuff. His grandmother presided over concentration camps in Kenya, over rapes and murders by British military in Kenya and Budo colonial states across the world. British and other Western companies perpetrate and even finance the war in Congo, but somehow it's Harry should act. Be fair. Who knows? This might backfire big time if Harry decided to go further into that and bring his own family into the mess. To see what they found out way after that. Who knows? This might backfire. Okay, you could have rested by calling out Chucky, the current inhabitant of a Ford throne, and the legacy of that. Okay, so they're just trying to bring down Harry. That's all it is. Alright, there's the rest here. You could pause and read. I'm moving to the next tweet regarding the pox. And that will be the last thing regarding the pox. The issue, the situation. Alright, next tweet. There's that here. I came across this and I thought I'd share it. Okay, I haven't seen any expressions of compassion or support for the African pox rangers victims from the ones asking Prince Harry to resign. Okay, I didn't come across any of these that were saying that, with the exception what I just read. Okay, their only focus is for Harry to step down, but they don't ask anything from the people on site if you don't see the problem. Okay, so they're pretty much after Harry. They do not want Harry to succeed. Okay, let's see here. Both are important: accountability and reconciliation. And I'm sorry to see the focus suddenly lopsided. First and foremost, the alleged perps on the ground needs to be stopped, and then we go up the chain of command until everyone who knew and did nothing is prosecuted. I agree with that. And then let's not forget Harry's role as board member just been elevated, so he could be lower level employee before that. At that time maybe he didn't know, but from what I read, it seems like the letter was addressed to Harry. They sent it to him, so Harry gave it to other people to let them aware of what he had received. So in Harry's part, he is clear. The moment it came to him, he made other people aware of it. Okay, so he didn't hide it. So that's one thing. And then there's a possibility things might go even further. Let's say if other governmental who's outside of the UK get involved and dig deeper and see much more that goes in, it's a whole bunch of mess. This could happen. Okay, whoever thought of it didn't think beyond what was going on. They only saw, let's hurt Harry, but they forgot their own history. Because as I'm doing this video, I'm looking where these organizations who made the noise and don't want to participate in the investigation, they are based in London. So you could have a sense of where this thing, originated from. Okay, they didn't think beyond of just hurting Harry, and then knowing the fact that the UK has its own negative history in the continent of Africa. Okay, so this could backfire big time if they want to go much deeper into that. Okay, many of these people are looking for reparation from the crown and all of this, so this could backfire big time. I truly agree with that. You start from bottom up. This is why the investigation is important. All right, exactly. It's quite obvious they don't care about the victims or the issue at hand. If Harry wasn't linked to African pox, they won't give a flying F, okay, a flying fig about this. And this is what I'm saying. This might backfire them very big time because of the history of the royal family in Africa and their barbaric behavior in that continent. Okay, so this might backfire big time. They're trying to move away from one problem that they created. They don't want people to see the problem that they created and throwing it to another one, but it might return back to them. So I don't know. This issue is old and have been dealt with. They went back 2 years to dig it up for distraction. So I wasn't aware of that. Okay, so that's that. I'm done with the African pox. If anything new come up again, I will share it with you. But as far as I know, that's all that I know. Okay, and I'm sharing the tweets with you. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I'm 26 minutes. This could have been should I stop and make it a video by itself? Okay, when I'm editing, I'll figure it out. Next tweet. All right, so there's this here. For those that live in the UK, are these same arguments being made about seeing Kitty go in and out of hospital? Or when taxpayers paying for her hospitalization, shouldn't they know what treatment they are paying for? Okay, this one sneaked in. I thought I moved it to the bottom of the list, but it's there. But let's listen to it. Okay, racism in action. And that will be it. And then I'll move on to the next tweet.
They would potentially argue that apart from, not having that moment from coming out of the hospital, they're still going to tell us when she's in labour, they're still going to tell us when it's born, and we're still going to see the baby in a photo call moment. It will just happen a couple of days later. We're just not going to have her walking out having had the baby, that day or the day before.
It's all a bit hermetic.
Wait a second. It seems like they're talking about when a royal member gave birth and how they're going to present it to the world. But Harry and Meghan didn't do that. Harry and Meghan were not playing with their tune. All right? And knowing what we know now, that, Harry... Meghan was paying her own way. She didn't owe the people a damn thing. But the palace made the people believe. I'm telling you, the UK is very masterful at that. Playing with people's emotion, put a facade, for people to believe. They know how to play that very well. But Harry and Meghan, who knew the thing in the back and the danger that they were up to and all of that, and they were paying their own way, so they were not playing with their tune. All right, so let's continue.
It's sealed, isn't it? I mean, the actual press conferences are going to involve one PA reporter, one PA photographer and a cameraman. There's not going to be an awful lot of spontaneity or fun in that moment.
So what
and I think
that's saying is this feels a bit too
bland,
uncontrolled
and bland.
It's more sterile, isn't it?
Shouldn't it be? I mean, it's
not really. I mean, no, because Harry's the second son of the future king. This child would have been, he's the grandchild of the future king, and Diana's would have been Diana's grandchild. I think they're just missing a chance. The royal family.
They're missing an opportunity.
Yeah, the royal family is only.
Nah, Harry knows these people very well. Okay, he was not playing with their tune, and then the danger that we were not aware of at that time. So they were playing it safe. He was not. Nah, I don't have that. I don't have to do that for you. Okay, this is my private moment. And the best thing is that I like about the birth, that the way they proceed with the way they gave birth, the way they did their own thing, is the fact that Harry and Meghan got to enjoy the moment of the birthing of Archie, and he got to see it. Remember when he came out to tell the people, and the horse were behind him, how excited he was, and when he put his hand in his head, he just can't imagine that, seeing how Meghan, the baby came out and all of that, the pain that women go through to give birth and all of that. He just can't imagine. It blows his mind. I'm paraphrasing everything. You guys could go back to some of the videos when he made his own announcement. It was very sweet. And I'm kind of happy that he got to enjoy that moment to see his firstborn and all of that. And then, of course, after that, he didn't get to really enjoy it because the stupidity that went afterward, and then he had to flew back. But then again, now we get to see him. Well, we didn't see the full birth, but afterward, when they're talking about it, was it Lilibet's birth? All right, so they got to enjoy it at their own little space and their own time and everything. But the other thing I want to bring up is when Meghan found out she was pregnant. That was a very sweet moment to me, where she saw she was pregnant and she did not look at the thing to how do you call this, the when you take the test to see if you're pregnant or not. She did not look at it. She wanted to see it the same time as Harry. When she was ready to view it, Harry was knocked out because he's tired and everything, and she waited for him so they could see it together. I thought that was a very sweet moment. I did the same thing too, but I waited. I watched it. Did I? No, my firstborn, I saw it and then I surprised my husband with it. It's a very, when these things are planned and it goes accordingly, it's a very sweet moment for expected family, especially when it's their first one. Okay, it's very exciting because I remember the joy that I had with my husband when we saw it. Okay, and now we're dealing with them now. My firstborn is 13. Is it 13? No, he told me he was 14. He's 14. They're growing so fast. But anyway, let's finish listening to this.
Well, family only exists at the behest of Parliament and the people, and the fact is we pay for everything that they actually do. I know that the Duchy of Cornwall is the thing that actually pays for Prince Charles's estate, but frankly, if there wasn't a royal family, that would be owned by the people. It would be owned by him. And so I think the missing point
part of the deal is if you're in the royal
national
family,
celebration.
Part of the deal is to
Well, you can't ask the people to go out, wave their Union Jacks at Jubilee down the Mall and cheer for the Queen and everyone on the balcony at a royal wedding if you're not going to play the game.
And I guess this is why they're putting this out. It came out January 29, yesterday. Royal Suitor. She's the one I read the, how do you call this? The African Pox statement. Okay. So the thing that I believe the reason they put this video out is because of what happened to Kate. Nobody knows what happened to Kate. So if they said she went to the hospital, the people need to know. All right, because the people who's paying for their upkeep and everything. So I think this is the reason why that video came out. Okay, so I'm done with this. It's sneaking there. It should have been with the other group. Next tweet. Okay, now we are into One Love.